On this edition of StormWatch, it's All-Star time in the Cal League, and the Storm had a record number of players make the Midsummer Classic. We've got it covered for you. He's the Storm's #1 starter. Find out how Anthony Bass went from Division II college pitcher to big league prospect. Plus, Kyle Blanks wore the Storm eyes for a full year, and in June, he found himself back with the Storm. Sean McCall, the voice of the Storm, talks with the big fella. He's not quite Joe DiMaggio, but this Storm infielder put together one heck of a streak. What was it? And Storm fans get to ask that one question they've wanted to ask their favorite player. StormWatch starts right now. Welcome to the Diamond in Lake Elsinore, and welcome to another edition of StormWatch. I'm your host, Steve Quist. Glad to have you along. The Storm playing some of the best hardball anywhere in professional baseball. Congratulations to them. They wrapped up the first half Southern Division Championship, so we know they're going to be in the postseason come September. And this team, the fastest in professional baseball to reach 40 wins, got there faster than Tampa Bay. And keep this in mind, the California League season starts after the Major League Baseball season. We're going to begin this episode with a ton of Storm news. Storm shortstop Drew Cumberland has had an amazing first half. He went into the All-Star break hitting a whopping .365 with an OPS of .946. His efforts have not been overlooked by his Cal League peers. Cumberland recently became the third Storm player already this season to win California League Player of the Week honors.
That's pretty nice. Anytime you do something, good for a week, it's nice to be, mentioned.
Do you make a phone call home and say, hey, Mom and Dad, look what happened?
No, they're on the computer more than I am, so they already knew. My dad congratulated me first before I even knew.
Second baseman Cole Figueroa put together one heck of an on-base streak. He didn't hit in 56 straight like Joe DiMaggio once did, but he did reach base in 47 straight games. His streak ended on June the 17th at the Diamond when he went 0 for 5 in a game against the San Jose Giants. Cole's on-base percentage at the All-Star break, .441.
Well, I try not to think about it, but that is one of my goals every game, is just to get on base at least once.
And Heath Bell's heir apparent might be cultivating his stuff with the Storm. Closer Brad Brock led the Cal League in saves at the All-Star break with 25. That's 11 more saves than the next closest closer. Brock was a starter in college at Monmouth University in New Jersey.
Being on a team that's won 40 games and give you the opportunity to get the save. So it's kind of, my teammates just kind of give me a chance to do it, and me just doing my job well so far.
I'm amazed the way he walks out and just throws strikes. He just goes out and challenges. They're quality strikes. They're not just, balls in the zone. They are down, they're on the black, they have late movement. He works quick, he throws strikes. In one game, he threw 21 consecutive strikes with fastball.
So that leads us to the biggest story of all-Star game selections for the California League Carolina League All-Star game, which was played in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. You might recall it was played here at the Diamond in Lake Elsinore last year. This season, the Storm had 6 players make the team, most of any in the Cal League. Outfielders Blake Cicotte and Daniel Robertson are Myrtle Beach bound. The middle infield combo of Cole Figueroa and Drew Cumberland are going, along with closer Brad Brock and late addition pitcher Anthony Bass, who went 6-2 with a .274 ERA in the first half. And 5 former Storm players from a year ago also made the Texas League All-Star game for San Antonio.
I feel good about it just because usually I start off a little slow, and this year, it's one of my main goals, try to get into a good groove at the beginning. I started off a little bit slow, but I broke out of it a lot earlier than I did last year, so that was a positive.
It's pretty exciting, Again, have a first good half, and they honor you with that. It's great, but also we had 4 other guys, and they said that's the most on this team that we've had ever, so it's actually nice to have a whole team.
Coming from a 33rd pick to an All-Star game pretty quick, that's got to be pretty gratifying.
I think the experience is more exciting than ever. When you get a chance for a guy from Southern California, I've never been to the East Coast, and I think baseball's taken me places I never thought I would go. So South Carolina is just another place.
This is definitely rewarding for me. Getting to play with a lot of big-time prospects and getting to show what I can do, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people at the game, so it's just going to be a lot of fun.
Well, it's time for our monthly chat with Carlos Lascano, the skipper here of the Storm. And wow, what a terrific first half of the season. You guys reached 40 wins before the mighty Tampa Bay Rays did this year.
Oh, that's their new name, Mighty?
Well, that's what I'm calling it.
Okay.
So you guys are the Mighty Storms. The Mighty Storms in here.
The Mightier.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. So, I mean, how excited are you that your team's responding well?
Well, they play very well together. I'm very happy. Our pitching was at the beginning. We were last in the league. Now we're first in the league. So, and now we got some guys playing good ball, and it's been fun. Yeah,
it shouldn't come as a surprise because this basically is the Fort Wayne team from last year that won 101 games.
Yeah, but this is that's already done. This is a Lake Elsinore team, and there's some newer guys that weren't there all year over there. So, I think they're heard enough of that. They're the Lake Elsinore Storm team now. Yeah. So that's who they are.
Juan Ramos is a kid that, we've already seen 2 perfect games in Major League Baseball this season in the span of like 22 days, almost a third with what happened in the Galarraga situation. Yeah. Here's a kid that actually had a perfect game going in a 9-inning game. Tell us a little bit about that.
8 and a third, and he made a good pitch on the guy, but he hit a semi-line drive over the shortstop. But he had 8 and a third of perfect ball. It was very exciting. I've never been involved in one of those, but it was very tense, especially in the dugout. Not for him there, but it was fun to watch.
Yeah. Well, tell me about this kid, because I look at his birth date. He's born in 1990, so you do the math. I think it's May 11th of 1990. He just turned 20 years old.
20 years old, yeah.
What do we know about him?
This kid's pitched in the Mexican League last year, and he pitched in the Summer Mexican League. Was Rookie of the Year at 19. That's never happened in that league. And then he pitched winter ball, and he won 2 games in the semifinals and two games in the finals in winter ball. So this kid has pitched against big league hitters and mature hitters. So I think that's helped him out a lot. Plus, he's got a gifted arm. He throws 90 plus with a very good curveball.
So obviously, though, you're sitting here in A-ball. There's a little bit left to work on with him. And I know he's the minor league pitcher of the month here for the Storm. What does he have left to work on?
Well, he is just getting his innings and the changeup a little bit and command of the fastball. Like that's what they're all here, But he's got the tools to be a very good pitcher. Very good. 5
All-Stars on this team. I mean, that's only 1 pitcher in Brock. But how happy are you with 5 guys going to the All-Star game?
Happy for them because they work hard every day. They come here. They're here 2:30, 2 o'clock. We're on the field sometimes at 3:15, and not every day, but but once in a while, they got to do early work, and they've been true professionals and. They practice hard, play hard, and they hate to lose. So, that's a good combination.
Cole Figueroa is a guy that's reached base. I mean, he might, by the end of the year, reach base in the final 100 games. What is he doing? I know he was wearing you out a little bit, saying he was going to hit 20 second-half home runs. I know that's not part of his game.
No, we don't need that. He doesn't need to hit any. Just keep playing the way he's playing. He's a good all-around baseball player. He's a smart base runner. He knows what's going on in the game. He's a good 2-strike hitter. He stays in there good against lefties. He can play short. He can play second. He can bunt. He's an all-around baseball player.
Back to the pitchers for a moment, and you had discussed the fact that you were last in pitching. Now all of a sudden you're first in pitching. So what have the guys done to make this turnaround?
Well, it's been slowly they've been getting there. It didn't happen overnight, but we started the season playing high desert and Lancaster, and the ball flies there. So we were kind of expecting that, but the starting rotation has done a very good job, as so has the bullpen. So you combine those 2 things, and that's where they are. Razor, our pitching coach, has done a very good job with them, and the guys are maturing, learning how to use the fastball, pitch aggressively, because in this league, guys have played more than before, and they're mature hitters. So you need to know how to pitch inside.
When we return on StormWatch, look who we found rehabbing at the Diamond. It's a guy who spent all of 2007 tearing up the Cal League, and Storm fans get a chance to talk with their favorite players.